Hey there, wanted to say welcome back to my cash stuffing video. First, we're going to start with my wallet, which is my everyday spending, but first we have to take a Diet Coke break. But this is just my everyday wallet, everyday spending. In groceries, I am putting $50. I want to preface this by saying I don't only spend $50 every 2 weeks. I went to Sam's Club recently and spent like 300 something, so this is just any extras that would be in addition to that. Next would be my household folder, which I'm adding 15. This is anything like toilet paper, paper towels, dishwashing pads, anything like that. And that is what I use my household folder for. I like to sit and rearrange my bills a lot of the time and kind of like trade them out. So you'll see that I'm trading out for a higher bill, just to try to keep my folders a little bit more compact. Next is toiletries. This is what I would consider like skincare, body wash, shampoo, razors, anything like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add 10. Coffee, I'm adding 45. If you saw on Debt Free Millennials, coffee is the bane of my existence, but also my sweet treat. Caleb Hammer would absolutely hate me for saying that. But I added 45, all of which will probably get loaded onto my Dunkin' app. And then I did buy a bunch of stuff at home for home coffees. 40 is going into spending. If I'm being realistic, the only thing I'm going to spend that money on is probably coffee. And then eating out will get 20. I haven't found myself eating out frequently, especially on the new medication I'm on. I'm not very hungry, which is great because I'm not spending a lot of money out. And then I did pause to show you that I had already stuffed the gas money in there, which was $225. I'm using my parking folder as extra gas savings because I just have too much money to sit in the gas folder, so I use my parking folder for that. Next up is pet. This is like pet care and supplies. This is when I pay my roommate actually right now is letting my dog out, but sometimes I pay for a pet sitting service if she is working. So it is pretty pricey to have somebody come in and walk and take your dog outside. Because I work long hours and work far from home, it is a non-negotiable. My dog cannot go 14 hours without using the bathroom. I added $25 to here. This had been beefed up in my last paycheck, so it has a little over 200 sitting in there currently. Vet care, I think I added 25, but eventually you'll see me kind of swap these bills around because I realized that I just took him for his annual visit and we don't need any vet care, and I have tons of his supplement and his flea tick, heart guard, all that. So I don't anticipate any vet money. So you'll see that I kind of set some stuff aside. Pet food, I'm going to go ahead and add 40. There is already a lot of money in there as well. And I'm going to stock up on 2 big bags of food, which will get us through a good chunk of the summer as far as his food goes. And then that way I won't have to replace it until a little bit later. But you'll see that I'm just kind of messing around with these bills here and renegotiating my categories as I go. Sometimes I do that. I go in with a plan, but sometimes we readjust when we realize there's either more or less in a folder that we think we might need more for. I kind of like to play it by ear. I don't think I need as much in food as I do in pet care because I'm spending anywhere from $40 to $60 a week for someone to come in and let the dog out. Pet treats is the treats I make at home. Those are, dog training is the treats that I make at home. They're salmon and Parmesan flavored treats that I make my dog from home, so I have to buy the ingredients. So I like to keep a little bit of money in there for that. I pass tolls and gas. We use a toll system here in Illinois, and I put money in there just to reload I think they call it a transponder, that goes through the electronic tolls. I also put some money on my online cash envelopes, which you'll see in my Budget With Me video. But I didn't include those on this video because they're not cash. Next is medicine. I went ahead and stuffed 65 in there. However, I had just, spent the 25 prior to stuffing this folder. So I think I left the $25 out because I had just gone to the pharmacy before filling this envelope and it was $25. So I just stuffed the remaining, which was 40. I'm pretty sure I used that remaining 40 to pay for another prescription. Hair and nails, I'm stuffing 100 in. I anticipated needing to get my nails done because they were in kind of rough shape. I had torn my acrylics off because they were falling off and I couldn't get in to get them soaked off properly. So I tore them off using acetone, which was a really dumb idea. Do not recommend to a friend. But now I need to go and get like gel or something on my nails to just try to beef them back up. But I just found out that my mom is actually going to pay for that. So I stuffed this envelope, and my mom actually wanted to go out and do something for Mother's Day, and she offered to pay for those. But because it's Mother's Day, I will probably pay for like lunch or something. Sam's Club, I threw 25 in. This is where I fill a lot of like my protein. If I can find my supplements there, I'll get them there in bulk. I have chronic migraine, so I take a ton of supplements to try to prevent my migraines. I drink like a liquid IV almost every day as prescribed by my neurologist, actually. So yeah, student loan payment, I put 40 in. This is actually just trying to start building up something for my student loans that are going to start in June. But it has seen better days. And then lastly, my Southwest annual fee, I put 10 in. I pay $90 a year, but I take way more flights than that. But that is all I got for you. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.